What's going on, Sheepdog? Suresh here, 221B Tactical. Today we are talking about our Guardian Gloves Pro. These gloves are the gloves that started it all, our Guardian gloves, now used around the world by police, military, security forces, and average everyday civilians just to help protect their hands, their armor for your hands. The newest version, the Guardian Gloves Pro, are our best Guardian gloves yet. I'm going to go over some of the specs of it today and hopefully answer some of the questions that some of you have about these incredible gloves. So, level 5 cut protection. Some people say, what's level 5 cut protection? What does that even mean? So, EN 388, one of the testing standards out there, has different cut resistant levels, of course, 1 through 5, 5 being their highest grade of cut resistance. I'm not going to go into all the specifics of it. You guys can easily do a quick internet search and look up EN 388 and look up the standards for level 1 through 5, and you'll have your answer there. Just know these are level 5. Okay, so we are going to go over starting on the palm side. This is 360-degree protection, meaning palm side and back side. Some of our gloves offer just the palm side level 5 cut protection. That was to help make the gloves a little bit thinner and give them a little bit fuller dexterity. Everyone loves a full dexterity glove, so some people were willing to sacrifice not having the cut protection on the back of their hand because they wanted better dexterity. They were only concerned about it on the front. For those of you who want that full coverage, full protection, the Guardian Gloves Pro are the gloves for you. So you have on the palm side, level 5 cut protection, all along the palm to the fingers, all the way down to the wrist cuff here. And you'll see on the new Guardian Gloves Pro, the wrist secure mechanism for the Velcro is on the underside of the wrist. It used to be on the top. This is just a little bit more ergonomic when you pull the gloves on, and you can pull the gloves on with our nice heavy duty pull here. So secure it under the wrist, nice and quick because your hand's already there. Full level 5 cut protection. Now you'll see our armor grip technology on the palm side. That helps give you a better grip, a better purchase on a weapon or whatever tool you're using, even if said tool or weapon is wet. Very, very important for your grip, and you even see that on some of the fingertips as well. Now you'll see on the index finger and on the thumb, you have our touchscreen technology. And you don't just have our touchscreen on the pad of the finger, you actually have it on the tip of the finger. So you can actually use your fingertips as a stylus, if you would, to aid in typing, because sometimes we're not always using the pad of our finger. So you have that there as well. You have some abrasion protection there, along there, which is a very common spot for gloves to wear out. So you see that we strategically incorporated that armor grip technology there as well. Now, level 5 cut protection here. I'm going to do the demo shortly with our Vanquished blade on that to show you how well that works. Now, let's go to the back side of the hand. On the back side, you see our flexible injection molded rubber technology here. No hard plastics, because one, hard plastics send shock through the gloves into your bones. You don't want that. This injection molded rubber helps mitigate the shock to help dissipate that energy better than hard plastic. Also helps with that dexterity. Once again, you want full dexterity. You don't want anything preventing you from bending and flexing your fingers. So you have that protection all the way up down the fingers and all the way to get the back of the knuckles as well, and the back of the hand. You have some impact protection there. So in the event that you are going around a corner or something falls on your hand, that's it. Or maybe if you have someone holding you down and hammering your hand, you know that it's sending that, the rubber is absorbing that instead of the plastic sending it into your hand. So very, very important there. And you have that level 5 cut protection along the entire back side of the hand. So in the event that you need to stop a blade and you're not putting your hand out, obviously, most of the time someone's coming at us with something, we're going to probably try to block like that. So you might take the blade here. But in the event, maybe you're just kind of trying to protect your face like this, and you have that protection here. So you have that cut protection all along the entire backside of the glove. Now, there's nearly a dozen different materials that go into the construction of this glove. You'll notice that this material is different from this, different than the material in between the fingers. That's because I designed this glove to fit more like a football wide receiver's glove or a baseball batter's glove. those athletic gloves, you put them on and sometimes you don't even know they're on. They just feel great. They're conformed exactly to your fingers. But when I put on tactical gloves as a police officer, it felt like I had like almost like a hockey glove or a baseball mitt on. So I took the design elements from some of the gloves I wore playing sports, football and baseball, and incorporated those design elements into this glove. And that's why people who put these gloves on, they say it reminds them of those gloves. The fit, how it forms to your hand, the dexterity, it reminds them of more of an athletic glove than a tactical glove, which are truly bulky and don't have a lot of dexterity. So you'll see the form fit there from those gloves. And you have the ability, once again, to do what you would normally do with gloves off with the gloves on. Because when I was on patrol, there was a lot of times where the gloves I was wearing, they were, made by sunglass companies or gloves made for mechanics, and the cops would just happen to be using them, and they were bulky. They gave you kind of, good protection. They weren't cut resistant. They looked cool, but they offered no cut protection or anything like that. And there were certain tasks that when you went to go do that task, the glove didn't give you the dexterity to do it. So what did I end up doing? I ended up taking the glove off and now doing the task barehanded. That defeats the purpose. So what I wanted in the Guardian Gloves Pro was a glove that you can do everything that you can do with no gloves on with the gloves on. You never have to sit there and say, oh, I can't do this. I can't feel this. I got to take these gloves off. So that's the purpose of a full dexterity glove, with now this new technology that makes the cut resistance, the material even thinner. So you have that full dexterity and that full protection around your entire hand. And that's why we incorporate so many different materials to get that good fit with that protection. It's almost like armor for your hands, but now you could actually still do stuff with your hands. So let's do a quick demo of the cut resistance. Now, we've seen a lot of attacks with blades that are right out of the kitchen butcher block. They're the butcher knife or a chef's knife. Some of these people with mental illness, they're just finding these knives and they're going after police and civilians, and that is really scary. You see some of these knives coming at you. For the purpose of this demo, I've done the videos with those kitchen-style butcher knives on the Guardian gloves. For the purpose of this demo, I'm going to use our Vanquish blade here, super sharp, and I'm going to just show you how sharp it is. I'm just going to just sharpen it. They come sharp, I just sharpen it even more, and I'm going to just kind of flick some skin off here so you guys can see. All right, I just kind of caught my skin, whatever, that'll heal. Okay, so super sharp blade. I'm going to go ahead and go on the fingers, on palm, and you know that you could even grab this blade and really wrench it around in there and know that nothing's going to happen to your hands. Your hands are going to be protected. You could even, if someone's coming at you with that blade and you have no other option and you got to try to now grab their hand and fight with them, you could even know that with a cut resistant glove like this, you can grab that knife and try to rip it out of their hand, or at least hold the blade so the blade can't get you, and wrestle them to the ground and try to get it away from them. You can know, because sometimes if you grab someone by the wrist because you're afraid to grab them by the blade, because obviously if you don't have cut resistant gloves on, your hand's going to get jacked up, or if you don't have any gloves on, you're definitely not going to try to grab a blade. If you grab someone by the wrist, maybe they could still manipulate that knife and obviously get to you, right? So you want to be very careful when you're dealing with subjects armed with the blade. A quick switch of that blade, and even you with a good grip on their wrist, they can obviously cut your wrist, right? So you want to be careful. The optimal is to grab the hand, and if you can't get a grip of the hand, you can grab that blade, only with gloves like this on. You don't want to try that with regular gloves that don't have cut protection on them. So that is the benefit of a cut resistant glove. And of course, on the back side of the glove, you hear, there you go. Hopefully you're not taking many more blows than that before you decide to go on the offensive. So this is not like a James Bond movie where you're strapped to a table and the evil character is sitting there like sawing at your hand, trying to saw your fingers off. If you're in that situation, you don't need good gloves, you need Jesus. So that's it. Guardian Gloves Pro, level 5 cut protection, 360 degrees. All of our gloves have that level 5 cut protection. You could check them out, our full line of gloves, on our website, 221btactical.com. canine gloves are cut resistant on the palm side only, work gloves, oil resistant, fluid resistant, needle resistant. They're all there. If you have any questions about these gloves in particular, or any of our cut resistant gloves, go ahead and give our sales team a call or shoot them an email. They love hearing your voice, so go ahead and give them a phone call. The phone number's on our website. And if you want to email in, that works too. They're there waiting for your email. They all have seen these gloves, use these gloves. Even the people who are not really law enforcement or military, they have these gloves in their car or around the house just as a good work glove just to protect their hands, because you injure your hands, it could be a lifelong injury. You cut a tendon and it could be a career ender for a lot of people. So take the time to do your research and get a good pair of gloves that literally is armor for your hands. It's worth it. You get a pair of these, you're going to have them for nearly forever, and they are going to help protect some of your most valuable assets, your hands, okay? So any questions, email our sales team. And remember, if you have a specific request about any of our gloves, color, design, labeling, let our sales team know. You can give us a call or shoot us an email, because so long as the quantities are there, we can do custom color, custom labeling, you name it. So like I said, as long as the quantities are there, we have some agencies that reach out, some organizations, private corporations in the industrial world, they need 200, 300, 400 pairs of gloves, but they need a certain color to match their business, or they need their business logo here. We can do it. We can take care of it. Just let us know. So listen, take care of your hands. They're important. You don't want to be without them. And remember, when you're out and about, for all our first responders out there, remember, watch your back, watch your six, watch their hands, and get home safe. We'll see you next time.